Hello, welcome to our class. Are you preparing for the IELTS? Well, IELTS has 4 sections: writing, speaking, listening, etc. But in these videos, I'm going to show you how to improve your coherency and cohesion to get a high score on the IELTS. What's the meaning of coherence and cohesion? In the next 11 videos, short videos, I'm going to show you how to understand the grading system of speaking on the IELTS. Let's make this bigger. 1 minute. So if you look at this, there is fluency and coherency. If you want to get a full score, you must pay attention to this section according to the videos I'll be showing you. So I'm going to show you how to get these points, because for example, if I don't think you want to get a 4, most of the people are aiming from 6, 7, 8 and above. So if you want to get points from 6, let's move this, make this bigger. So for example, you can see here, to get a band 6, under the fluency and coherency, you must be willing to speak at length. 1 minute. So you must be willing to speak at length without noticeable effort or loss of coherency. So loss of coherency, that's what I'm going to show you in our next videos. You may demonstrate language-related hesitation at times or some repetition and self-correction. Use a range of connectives. So in our next videos, we are going to talk about these connectives and discourse markers with some flexibility. Connectives is the way you join your sentences together. Discourse markers, for example, when you're listing or talking about a process, you're going to say firstly you do this, and then secondly you do this, and thirdly you do this. So this is under the connectives and discourse markers. So to get a band 7, you must make sure you have these in your speaking. And also, if for example you say I want to get a 6, then it's the same thing. You have to use a range of connectives and discourse markers. And if you don't use those, let's for example look at a 4. 4, it says links basic sentences but with repetition. So we don't want you to use repetition. For example, if you're speaking on the IELTS and they ask you, for example, in task 1, and you say, you speak and speak, and you say, for example. In task 2, part 2, you say, for example, for example, for example. You have to use different words instead of, for example, for example, for instance, such as, etc. We shall get into details of that. And if you're doing the writing, we shall also look at the writing. So here you see we have connectives and some breakdowns in coherency. So if you have breakdowns in coherency, you're going to get a band 4. You're going to get low score. Let's look at a 3. There is no 3. I don't think you want to go take the IELTS to get a band 3. So you can also check on Google for this, so that you pay attention to how your speaking is going to be graded. You must know how it's graded if you want to get all the points. All right, we have looked at the speaking section and the coherence and cohesion, what it means and how important it is. If you don't use it, you've seen how low you can get. So let's look at the rating task 2, coherency and cohesion. So if you want to get a full score, you're going to use cohesion in such a way that it attracts no attention, skillfully manage paragraphing. So skillfully, it means you know when to switch to the other side and how to show that you're switching to maybe a contrasting or an alternative idea, or during speaking. Oh, this is writing, sorry. So let's look at a band 6, arranges information and ideas coherently, and there is a clear overall progression. So to show this clear overall progression, you will need to understand which words to use when you're introducing your first idea, second idea, and conclusion, something like that. Uses cohesive devices effectively, but cohesion within and or between sentences may be faulty. So you may make a few mistakes, but you must try to use these words that I will show you in our video. Mechanical, or they may be mechanical, so it may seem like you crammed, but just make sure you use them. May not always use referencing clearly or appropriately. Uses paragraphing, but not always logically. So that's a band 6. And then we move on to a band 7. Logically organizes information and ideas. There is clear progression throughout. So for you to be able to show this, you must use the different words effectively. So uses a range of cohesive devices appropriately, although there may be some under all overuse. Presents a clear central topic within each paragraph. So basically, this is what is expected of you. And in our next 11 videos, we are going to see how to achieve a full band score. I will show you how to get points on this. And in those videos, each of the videos, we shall mention about how to list your points in the writing and speaking section, how to give examples, how to add information, how to highlight important points, how to talk about alternatives, contrast your ideas, how to talk about consequences, results, cause, purpose, stating the obvious, something unexpected, and lastly, how to talk about the summary. So see you in our video series, and I hope it will be very useful for you. Bye-bye.